So hello everyone, welcome to the Strimzi Community Call, first of the year 2025 on 9th of January. And first thing on the agenda is PRs and issues. Is there something someone would like to discuss or raise? Seems like not. So the next point is our proposals. There are a few mentioned. The first one is about adding the integration of the metrics reporter to the bridge. And I guess it's just about having the reviews from the other people. Right, Paulo? I guess you added it there.
Yeah, it was just to make the others aware of this proposal.
Yeah, the next ones are really the same. I just wanted to mention it so other people can review it as well. So this one is for adding the progress status for the partition rebalances. And the other one is for adding the proposal for watching multiple namespace for Kafka to pick up users, connector resources, etc. I guess there are already multiple comments from Jakub, Paul, and Paulo. So others, including me, should review it as well. And the last one is about adding the possibility for the single-step multiversion downgrade. I don't know if Michael is on the call, if you would like to discuss it further, or we should just review it.
I am on the call, yeah. I guess Jacob had some comments on this one, which and Paul as well. So I addressed those. I pushed up a new patch set there yesterday. So I guess if people want to have a look and see if that addressed comments or if there's any further comments, then that would be great.
Okay, perfect, thanks. So yeah, that's from the proposals. Is there any other proposals someone would like to mention? Seems like not. So let's move to issue triage. So the first issue here is about allowing or adding the customer service account for Mirror Maker resource. From what I read, Jakub already had some discussion with the community user, and the community user found the proposal, which was then just closed, about adding the possibility for adding the custom service account feature to the custom resources. So yeah, as I could mention, I guess it would not, we don't have enough resources for implementing that and testing it. And I see that we are waiting for the response for the user if he will write a new proposal and implementing it, right?
The linked proposal is not about custom service account, it's about supporting the Microsoft something authentication.
Okay. So should we keep it? Anyone, anything?
Maybe we can wait until the user reply. I mean if whether he replies or not. If he replies, then we can wait for the proposal. Else we can just close it. That's what I think.
It's a month ago, and the user opened another issue, and I think he's dealing with it different way. So maybe we should close it.
Yeah, okay. I didn't see it was last month. Sorry.
Sorry, Jakob, what's the other issue that the user opened? Just to take a look.
$11,002.
Thank you.
Okay, it's there in the download list as well.
Okay, that issue is related to the latest fix that you had on mounting volumes for Mirror Maker 2, right?
Like this.
Yep.
Okay. Thanks. So the next one is about reconsider design of the restart events issued when running the Kafka pods. So as Jakub mentioned, it can be the real restart event can be hidden among the other events for the pods. And also very often there is the pod has auto revision event reason, which doesn't say much about the root cause. So Jakub mentioned two approaches that we can take. First one is about issuing it for the custom resource as the main object, and then have it as the pod as a related resource. Or the second one is about removing them completely. And it seems that Paolo and Kate already voted for the option one. So what are others' thoughts? I would vote for the first option as well. Anyone, anything?
+1 from me.
Like this?
Yeah, good.
Okay. Should we label it as help wanted or something? Or keep it as it is? So I will just take it as it is. The next one is about moving the bridge configuration preparation from the shell scripts. And it seems that Paolo is already assigned to it. So I guess it makes sense and we should keep it open, right?
Yes, right. I'm already working on it.
Yay. The next one is about adding support for configuring some auto mount service account token. A user mentioned that it is not possible to provide this option for the Kafka and Zookeeper pods, but for the other, let's say, products or components like Cert Manager, it's possible. And I guess it makes some issues on the Azure. And as always, Jakub had some comments to it. And it seems it's not that, there are two suggested solutions. So the first one is for setting the auto mount service account token to false for pods that don't need access to Kubernetes API. And the second one is about allowing the users to define volume and volume mount along with the auto mount service account token in the CRD. And as Jakub mentioned, the first one should be realistic, the second one not so much. At least that's what I understood. And I guess we are maybe waiting for the user if he would like to contribute or so what should we do with this issue? Should we keep it just open and keep the needs triage for the next time? Ping the user if they would like to contribute or something.
I guess it should have a proposal if anyone wants to change something there.
I was just wondering if we go to implement 0.1, what are the pods that will be affected by that? I mean, you already explained, Jakub, that okay, that Kafka needs that for the rack awareness. Maybe the only pods that don't need the token are the Kafka exporter and cruise control. So we are just talking about these two components. Yeah, I was wondering, I don't know how much it would be something to implement or leave the things as they are. Just for disable the token amount on these two pods. Taking also into account that Shubham is working on some self-healing related stuff, he will open a proposal and we could have, the idea is having a notifier sending some events, Kubernetes events. So at some point, even cruise control pod will need the token in order to interact with the Kubernetes API. So it will end just with Kafka exporter. Of course, it depends on the discussion that we'll have on the Shubham proposal, but yeah, again, I don't know if it's really something that we want just for disabling on Kafka exporter.
I don't know, it's something that should be also mentioned in the proposal, if it makes sense. And I don't know what is the timeline for the Shubham's proposal about the self-healing.
I should be able to open that proposal this week, by tomorrow, for sure.
Yeah, of course, the proposal will take time to be approved or not. Discussion is needed, but
Yeah.
yeah, we can mention that in the end it could be just the Kafka exporter to be, influenced by this. So I don't know how much value we are bringing for just that pod.
It was some notifier, right? You mentioned, Paul.
Yes, that's a way for cruise control to notify that an anomaly is detected, that it's going to be fixed.
So I think that we should maybe wait for the Shubham's proposal before saying we will implement it in some way and it needs the proposal, closing the issue, right?
I don't think Shubham's proposal has really anything to do with this.
Yeah, no, it was just a comment to say that in the end, this could be shrinked just to the Kafka exporter pod. So I don't know how much value, but yes, we can ask to the user if he's willing to. So I mean, it's not on our roadmap, I would say, right? It's not high priority thing. So if the user would like to contribute somehow, in any case, we need the proposal.
Something like this.
Yeah.
Okay, I will keep the needs triage for the next time, so maybe, or or it doesn't need any more discussion. So let's add the needs proposal and maybe help on it. Okay. So the next issue is the one Jakub mentioned earlier, and it seems that it's already fixed. And now it just, or there is a discussion where,
It's not really fixed. The discussion or issue is about something else than the bug I found.
okay. So for the issue, there is it seems that the community user have a problem with some client assertion token expiration. And yeah, during the time, there was a bug found. And I don't know if it waits just for the fix to be backported to the 0.45, and then the user will continue with the testing. Seems like it. So should be this just kept for the next time? I think that we should discuss the patch release anyway at the end of the call. So anyone, I think.
Maybe you should ask the user if there is anything else.
Let's keep it for the next time. So the next one is from the user saying that they did some kind of manual increased volumes outside of the operator, and then operator needs to, or shrinking the volume back, which obviously causing some issues during the operations. And as Jakub mentioned, this is not bug, and the user does things that are really against everything. So I think this should be just closed, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, another one is about there is a keep for adding a possibility for specifying multiple and running multiple versions of the connector plugins, and seems it should be in the Kafka 4.0. And now there is a matter where we should specify the version of the plugin, if inside the spec config or in the spec version, and it would be great to have it before the Kafka 4.0 support.
Oh,
So
so the keep has been reverted and it's not targeting 4.0 anymore. It's in 4.1 now. It missed the deadline basically. So I mean, we still probably need to think about it, but we have another 3 months.
So, Michael, it seems that the keep should be updated because the current state says accepted targeting 4.0.0.
Yeah, I mean, it's only been backed out this week, last few days, so.
Okay.
So do you want to discuss it here, or does everyone would like to go through the keep and maybe think about the way it should be implemented?
I had a quick look at the KIP, and for what it's worth, I think it might be worth putting a version field, but I think we can discuss it on here. It's definitely, we definitely need to address this KIP regardless. So I think we can just discuss it in the comments of the issue.
Okay, so let's give others more time for going through the keep and maybe mentioning what is the best option, and let's discuss it on the next community call. Okay, and the last one is from Fede about explicitly adding the JMX reporter to metric reporters when JMX export is enabled. So it seems that in the Kafka 4.0, the default JMX reporter will be enabled still, but the user needs to explicitly add this plugin to the metrics reporters.
Yes, so this is a potential issue for, no, this is an issue when we will support 4.0 because the semantics of this metrics reporters configuration change a bit. So it's a small change, but we need to do this before supporting 4.0.
And it seems that Owen already volunteered for looking into it.
Yes, because Owen is already working on something related to this, so it will be good if he can address this as a separate PR, of course.
Okay, anything to this or?
No, that's good for me.
Let's sign open maybe. Okay, so it seems that we are at the end of the issue triage. And now I guess we should discuss the patch release of 0.45.1, right? So Jakub already had a thread on the Strimzi Slack channel, and yeah, I didn't have any responses. There is no issue from my point of view that should be backported to the release branch. Is there any other thing others would like to see in the patch release? Or one commentaries? Things like that. So should we yeah, try to cherry pick the commits and start the release process? Paolo will take care of it, or is there someone else?
No, I don't think that I will take care of this release, this patch release this time. I will be busy with something else.
Okay, so any volunteer?
Think you are jumping a bit too much ahead. I think there needs to be first discussion if and when we want to make the release.
Uh, Based on the issues you mentioned in the thread, I guess it makes sense to have the release. And I don't know how much feasible it is for doing it, I don't know, from the next week on.
Why do you think it makes sense to do the release?
I don't know, there were two issues you mentioned there, and yeah, no, 0.46 is far away from having it released, or
I mean, there are always some issues which are not fixed, right?
To be honest, there is one user, right, needed this with the fix from Jakub. I don't know if it's worth spending some time on a patch release for this or just waiting 0.46. Yeah, you know, when you work with a community project, you know that it's everything best effort anyway. We have a plan for 0.46, maybe in 1 month or more. Or maybe we can see if any other issues will come meanwhile, and we can put more issues into a patch 1. But to be honest, right now,
So-
I don't see a rush for a patch release.
So that is the discussion for which I started the Slack thread, right?
That's right.
If I wanted everyone to say, yeah, this is a bug and should go into the next patch release, I didn't really need it to ask that.
So anyway, it's the first one is for the STs, which is not that we need to have it in the 0.45, right?
You need to have it there
And-
because without it, the system test won't work.
Yeah, but we don't need to do it patch release because of that, right?
No, we don't.
So there is just this one issue which was hit by the one user, right? So maybe, as Paulo mentioned, we should just wait a while.
I think so.
So are we waiting for, I don't know, some time if there are any other issues before doing the patch release?
Guess we can discuss it offline and again on the next community call.
I think that silence means agreement. So yeah, let's maybe discuss it further in the Slack and mention it on the next community call. Sounds good?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, is there any other business? It's like not. So thank you everyone for joining the call today and see you in 2 weeks.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, Lukasz. Bye now.